Hey Flosstube, this is the Queen of Starts, Kate, coming to you on Monday, October, I had the date 2 seconds ago. I don't remember. Is the 19th? I think it's the 19th. Oh gosh. I'm not restarting the video. That's okay. That's okay, I'm not restarting. Anyway, it's the 19th of October. Would you believe that? Now, today I'm going to do another whip video. I had my regular video on Saturday. I'll probably be back later in the week to show whip starts, haul, anything like that. But I'm going to do another whip video. I'm sorry if the last one had some camera issues, some lighting issues. We're going to work on that. So I'm sorry if the last one was kind of dark. So, not a pro. I'm lucky I can work this thing. So, I don't even know how to edit. Or I think there's a camera on my computer. Don't know how to use that either. Anyway, so we're just going to pull some more random whips and show you. Oh, by the way, I love all your comments. I really do. I'm so sorry I'm so backed up and I haven't been able to answer them. I will get to them. I will. And all your comments on my posts the last couple days, they all make me smile. They really do. So, yes, I am starting 91 minimum projects next year. I did throw down a gauntlet today that I may have to honor, and that's okay. I would be okay with it. I'm not going to tell you what it is in case you haven't seen it, but we'll see. Now you're in suspense, aren't you? Oh, sorry. Shaking the bed. Okay. So, whips. Again, totally random, out of order. I have it written down in a notebook when I started them, but they're not in any order. So, here's a little bitty. Little bitty. Believe it or not, this little bitty chart has like 30 colors in it. So, that's okay. I like the colors. This one is from, there it is. It's from the same cross-country stitching magazine, June of 2003, that my cluttered chart that I'm working on is from. You've seen that one. It's from the same magazine. But that is what it'll look like when it's done. So, just have, maybe halfway. Little bitty. One of my little bitties. So, I really think any kind of start, it doesn't matter if it's a height, if it's an ornament, or if it's a medium size, it's a bookmark, it doesn't matter, it's a start. It doesn't have to be a certain size to count. So, this is one of my bigger ones. This is, well, it's from Cross My Heart, and it's called Crazy About Quilts. That's what the book is called. And it's actually this chart, but I'm going to show it to you differently because I'm doing it in white. They show it on the back here. It's the quilt sampler, and they stitched it on white there. But I think I'm going more with the colors from the one in black, I think. Because I like the brighter colors. I just didn't want to stitch on black fabric. Haven't gotten very far on this one. This one hasn't hit the rotation yet. So it's just a little blob as of right now. It'll come up eventually. I don't worry about when I finish them. I will eventually, one day. And if not, I'll leave my girls piles of whips to finish. And that's okay too. But one day. I stitch for me for the most part. There are a few gifts that I do try to finish in time, but for the most part I stitch for me, and it makes me happy. So that's why I do it. So here it is. You can see it's pretty big. Pretty big piece of fabric. This is 14 count white Aida. Might be antique white, I'm not sure. Anyway, there's the little blob I have. Started on one of the blocks. That's kind of a green. Doesn't really show up, but it's kind of green. So that's that. There's a lot of charts in this book I like. Love to stitch quilts. And cross stitch anyway. Here's a couple. This is Count on Cappy. And it's Introducing Stanley. I don't know why. I just like this cat. He's cool. He's awesome. So I have, this is so me. Is there life before coffee? Oh, that's so me in the morning if I don't get my coffee. So I started that on 14 count white Aida. And I have BEF. Started the B4 in blue. Yep, that's actually a 311. Looks black. It's actually blue. And then I have, right there. Yep, that's my desk. I can't even read it. It's backwards for me. Please don't straighten the mess on my desk. You'll goof up my system. I was laughing. There were a couple comments on my post showing my 60 new starts for January and February about how organized I was. Only in my stitching. Truly. The rest of me is a chaotic mess. So, this is another one. Hasn't come up in the rotation. So, as of right now, it's upside down. How do I know that? I don't know, because it's just a little blob of the desk. Just a few stitches. I'll get to it. Put that in there. Put that in there. Okay. These are really cool. I'm going to stitch all 4 of these because these are cool. That's from True Colors Cross Stitch. Design. Bleh. See, you can record these videos even if you can't talk. Designed by Michelle Johnson. So it's called Animals in a Word. Now check these out. These are really cool. If you didn't know it, you'd think they were just animals. They were just critters. But they're not. Each one of these animals, that's a little better. Each one of these animals is actually made up of the letters of what it is. I just thought that was so cool. Like I said, you don't notice until you're right on top of it. Wish there was a better picture. I'm working on the giraffe. Try to get that as close as I can so I can still see it. Alright, it's a little blurry, but the it starts out, this little behind is the G, and it goes I, R, A. This is his neck, and it's F, 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 and the E is right down here. So, again, you wouldn't know it. Yeah, you almost missed the E. The E is this little brown right there. There's the E. But yeah, you'd almost miss it if you weren't right on top of it. But it's really cool. I don't know. I like that. So I've started the giraffe, and it's fun. It's nice, bright colors. That one I may end up finishing for my daughter, Alex. She has jungle animals in her room right now. Alright, this is one of the kits I started. I don't normally stitch kits. I'd gone to a yard sale last year to buy a crib, and they had brand new crib. It was a brand new crib. But they were getting rid of, it was the last day of the sale, and they had tons of stuff on the curb. And they just said, oh, just take it. Go through it, whatever you want. Well, there was a box of, I saw at a glance that it was cross stitch and needlepoint. It was a whole box. So I just took the box. And most of it was needlepoint, and I don't needlepoint. So I found homes for all of those. But there were a few brand new unopened kits in there. So I kept those. So that's fun. That was really exciting. But yeah, that was a different experience because I'd never had to sort floss before for a kit. And that was kind of fun. But, being sarcastic there, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. But this is one of them. I love my cherished Teddies. We're having a fun day today. So this is from Cherished Teddies Around the World. I think this is in a booklet. That is one of the few Cherished Teddies booklets I don't have. Is all the different ones from different countries. I need to find that. But this is, what's his name? Carlos from Mexico. So this came in a kit. See, I have all my all my floss. And I started working on his poncho. Got some of the orange done. Only thing, I love Cherished Teddies. Only thing I don't like is there are a boatload of quarter stitches. And when I started all these, I hadn't attempted even weave yet. So, it's kind of a pain doing quarter stitches on Ada. I can do it. I don't mind it, but it's kind of a pain. I think in the future when I stitch them, and I have lots more Cherished Teddies to stitch. In the future when I stitch them, I'm going to stitch them on even weave. I think it'll be a little less of a headache. This is another Around the World kit. This is Sophia from Italy. Isn't she pretty? And her I started, I know it's not an apron. Maybe it's an apron on her dress. The little white part here on her dress is where I started. It's always fun when the center of the chart is white on white. This is antique white, but it's still white on white. So it's there. It's a little white blob. So, floss everywhere. Alright, this one is a freebie off of Sprite Stitch. And it was some Disney princesses. I'm stitching for Alex. I do like to make my girls gifts, and they actually do like them. They request, well, Alex doesn't request things. She doesn't talk yet, but Hope requests things, so I like that. Actually stitching this on antique white, but it's a long strip. And I'm going to stitch all of the princesses together and hang it up. So I just started the outline of Cinderella. But that's from Sprite Stitch. I think it's where you've seen the Epic Pokemon chart a lot from other people and online and groups on Flosstube. That's where that came from, and that's where the Disney princesses are. If I can find a link, I'll put it up. I'm not sure where the link is. I think I had a hard time finding it when I was finding the chart. Okay, next up is My Big Toe. I love their designs. They are so cool. This is me right there. It's not how many are finished. It is how many you start. That's me. Other than the I never finish anything, this is my motto. Telling you, it's just all about how fun it is. So, love that. Working this up on 18 count Ada in oatmeal. And I actually made a mistake in the, well, it wasn't a mistake. It's kind of funny. This is charted, finding the right side of the paper. This is actually charted for Gentle Arts threads. And again, when I started this, I really didn't look at specialty threads. I really just stuck with DMC. And it's charted for DMC. It gives you the DMC numbers. But the original intention is Gentle Arts. So I think it'd be fun to stitch that in the actual Gentle Arts threads now. But it called for DMC 3809. And when I started this, I didn't have 3809. And I didn't want to go to the store because I had it ready to start. And I sat down to start it, and I didn't check first, of course. So instead, I changed it out. I started right here in the middle. So I changed that out to DMC 796. Darker blue. Well, then when I picked it up to work on it again, I did the top part. I had DMC 3809. And I started working on it, and I realized that I had a different blue. And I'd made a note to myself that I had changed the color. So I decided I'd go with it, and the part here where it says it's not how many are, that's going to be in 3809. Finished is going to be in 796. And then it is how many you is going to be in the 3809. And start is going to be in the 796. So that way it's finished and start are really going to pop off the page because they'll be a different blue. So having fun with that. I love to stitch words. That's my absolute favorite thing to stitch. in series. I like series. If it has many in a series, I have to have all of them and start them all, because that's who I am. I think I've shown this, but I'm not sure. I may have shown it when I started it, but I don't remember. So you're going to see it again. This is Lizzy Kate's Dog Lessons for People. I do have cat lessons for people, and yes, it started. You'll see that next month, actually, quite a bit. Not quite a bit, but you'll see it next month. I'll be working on that for a stitch along. So, since I'm doing this on 14 count Ada in Delft Blue, I changed up the colors, kind of like I'm doing with cat lessons for people. If you don't remember, each lesson, instead of just being the 2 colors it's charted for, each lesson's going to be a different color. And I may change the color of the dog. Not sure. So I'm just stitching this, and I think I wrote it in my notebook. I didn't write on the chart what color I substituted for. It's purple. I don't know what one it is, but it's purple. And so it says, oh, can't see it because of the fold. There we go. It says, when a growl. So it's purple. Don't remember what shade exactly. All right, up next, this is a digital freebie from Blackwork Journey. There we go. blackworkjourney.co.uk, I think. I'll look that up. Anyway, this is Box of Delights. A lot of people are stitching this. Have finished it. It's so pretty. This is my first foray into Blackwork. Love it, love it, love it. To the point where I am going to start Save the Stitches next year. And I really, really, really want to start Pandora's Box. That doesn't scare me. I love it. I want to start that. I want to start everything. I have threads everywhere. Hey. Got all kinds of black tucked in here for a rainy day. So I started this for, I think I started this for August Angst. And I kept working on it for Specialty Stitch September. It didn't see a lot of work because that was when our whole house is sick. Sit still. Okay, there it is. Ta-da! This is the 14 count Delft Blue fabric as well. Doesn't look as blue as it really is, but I did manage to get several of the boxes done. Not several, but you know, I got quite a few. Loving it. Just absolutely loving the Blackwork. So that's a lot of fun. And this is really cool. See, normally the back of my pieces are a hot mess. And I don't care, because you're not going to see the backs. But they're a disaster. And that's okay. I don't care. But this, I thought this was kind of cool. With the exception of this, because I was doing this in backstitch, and then I thought, there's got to be some difference between backstitch and Blackwork. So I looked up, found the difference, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to try it like it says. And if you don't do it like it says, it's okay. If you do just backstitch, that's fine. It's really okay. But I thought with the double running stitch that they suggest for Blackwork, I thought this was really cool. That's the back of my work. And there's the front. I just thought that was so cool that they look the same. That never happens. Oh yay, we're getting yellow cast again. Fantastic. I love the lighting in my bedroom, and it's the best lighting in the whole house. I had a really good lamp in the living room. Not my stitching light, thank goodness, but a big lamp we had with a 3-way light. So I was going to try to do some videos out there. Then my delightful cat, whom I love very much, who's very klutzy for being a cat, climbed up on the little half wall by the door and fell. He's fine, but he took the lamp with him. Whole thing broke. It's over. Anyway, that was good lighting. So, these are online freebies from, I'm going to botch this, I don't think I can pronounce this right, Ellen Maurer-Stroh. Yep, probably botched that. Anyway, she has a delightful series. I saw this on several blogs. Several people were doing this as a stitch along. But it's, I think Trisha, the left-handed stitcher, was stitching these. So they're a lot of fun. Again, remember I like series. So there's a flower block for each month. I'm stitching them individually. I had started this I know I started this actually last year. This one actually got started last year because I said to myself, oh, it's not very big and it's not solid. I can finish this in a month. But, you know, I'm slow. I'm a really slow stitcher. But I did not count on all the confetti. There's a lot of confetti in it. I think the flowers themselves are like 3 different colors, and then the green is 3 different colors, and yeah, but it's really pretty. So this is the January flower. This is the carnation. So I've gotten pretty far on that one. And I want to start the rest of the series. I have some of them. I think they're even in my pile. I'm going to show you. But I do want to get all of those done. This one is a free chart from Glory Bee online. I love free charts. I do. Legitimate free charts. Okay, legitimate ones. So I'm always scouting for those. So this is from Glory Bee. They have a lot of really cute designs for free on their website. But one of them is called Stitching Days. And it says, I only stitch on days that end in Y. And you probably saw this. I started this for Specialty Stitch September on 28 count even weave. And so far I've gotten the word that and some of the 4-sided stitch, which I really like. So that's why I want to start working on Pandora's Box, because the border uses 4-sided stitch. So that's a lot of fun. Alright, this one I also started last year. Oh, I started this in November, that's right. And you're going to see why. It's so cute. I need to find where I got this. I don't remember. Craftsy, I think. It was a free chart on either Craftsy or maybe Craftsy. Anyway, the actual designer is pixiestitches.com, it says. But it was on one of those, like I said, Craftsy or Etsy. But no, I think it was Craftsy. Anyway, it's so cute. You're waiting for it. For Thanksgiving. It's a ritual sacrifice with pie. I don't know why, but that just tickled me. Just tickled me. And so here he is. My almost featherless turkey. He needs a lot more feathers, and we need some words. But, no, why, that just tickled me. I love that. So, have to finish that. Oh, I found the one that I was going to show last time and didn't have it with me. This is the other piece I started back in April for the blogging from A to Z challenge and wasn't able to finish. And here it is. About at the same point as I was with the Disney ABC. And I will get to the question about what charts I got each of the characters from. I just have to look that up and make a list, and I will get to that. But this is from Fangirl Stitches on Etsy. And this is the Christmas Carol alphabet. And there it is. I'm up to L. Get a little closer. I think it uses 6 colors, like 2 reds, 2 greens, a gold, and a silver. But I thought that was boring. So each of my letters is a different color. So I'm keeping track so I don't use 2 of the same colors. That's on 16 count white Ada. Alright, here's another kit I started. This was another one I got for free out of the box at the yard sale. This is from Cross My Heart. Love this because it was pre-sorted. I didn't have to do anything. So I like that. There's a pretty orca. Although I'm having a heck of a time stitching on this green Ada. I'm not sure why, but I have a hard time seeing this. It's 14 count, but I don't know, it's bothering me. So I have a little bit of black done. Just a little bit, a couple rows of the whale done. I think I worked on it a little bit more this year, but again, the fabric was giving me fits. I saw a tip to put the little light, like the little clicky lights in your lap when you stitch so you can see it better. I have to try that. But yeah, I love this. It was all carded for me. It was so nice. I love it. So there's that. This was another kit in the box from the yard sale. This is a Count on Cappy design, and it's called, I think it's called Tall Sunday. At some point, I was convinced it was called Tower of Treats, and I don't remember where I saw that name. But I think it's actually called Tall Sunday, or just Sunday. Maybe it's just Sunday. Anyway, it's really cool. There it is. It's really cool. Lot of details. A lot of details, lots of color, lots of confetti. But it's fun. Now that one I didn't card the floss. I just divided it up. It didn't have numbers with the floss. It just had names. But it was actually not hard to sort the floss. That one wasn't difficult because it had it banded together and it told you how many strands you got. And anyway, so I just bagged those and wrote the names on the bags. And I keep all those in a bag. But that's a lot of fun. I'm working on the chocolate cake right now. Right there in the middle. And there's actually like 3 or 4 different colors in that frosting. So, I don't know if that's upside down or not, but there's the cake and the frosting I'm working on. That's a lot of fun. Needle. Okay. I have a bad habit of leaving my needles in my whips and then I can't find a needle. So that's that one. Let's see. I have a Lizzy Kate. This is one of the Jingles. I don't have all of these. I need to get more of these. I have a few. I don't know which one I have, but there's Deck the Halls. That's one of the Jingles. I just said that. All right, this is 18 count Ada and oatmeal. The white's not going to show up great, but I think it'll show up well by the time I'm done. But see, there it is on the oatmeal. Some of the snow done. By the time I add the other colors, it'll look a little better. I mentioned, no, totally different series. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, anyway, this was a free chart offline. Don't remember where I got it. I'm going to have to look it up. Blimey Cat Stitches stitched this earlier this year, and it was so adorable. She patterned it after Les Mis, and it was so cute. It was so cute. That's one of my favorite musicals. I've seen it on stage, off-Broadway, but I saw it on stage, and it was phenomenal. But, anyway, it's Grumpy Cat. It's a little Grumpy Cat. And I think it says no on it. But, there he is. That's pretty obvious of who he is. So, I really just got to fill him in. But again, there's a lot of colors in this, and I'm slow. So, to fill in Grumpy Cat. Okay, there it is. I had mentioned earlier the Flowers of the Month, Ellen Maurer. Obviously, there's 12, and I've started several of them. And right now, again, they were just very minor starts. I mean, most of them are just blobs. I've put a few stitches in. I haven't worked on them yet, but most of them are just blobs. This is, see, I couldn't even tell you what this is. This is May. Tiny few couple stitches. This is April. Okay, I have some of the leaves done on that. See, I still count them as starts. I still count them as whips. They will come up in the rotation. Just haven't yet. Okay. This is March. A little bit of green. Don't even know which way it goes. I wasn't going to show these just because it's such a little blip blob. You can't even tell what it is, but what the heck. I started them. Alright, this is February. This is Violets. You wouldn't know. It looks like an ink blot test. But another series I had started, and I'll have to find them and show them to you. I found them the other day, actually. There's another. It's Rainbow Gallery, and the designs are by Erica Michaels. But they have several monthly series charts there. Some of them are just little squares, and some of them are the rectangles. The squares are a lot of fun, but I had started them this year with the intent to finish one each month. but they're 44 by 44, and I said, okay, that's easy. It's easy. It's good, easy stitching, but they're solid. There's 1,600 stitches in that chart. So I did January, February, and March. Those are finished. I'll have to show them to you. And then I stopped trying to get them done in a month because that was stressful. So I started a bunch more in the series. I haven't started them all. I think I have 4 more to start. But, and all of them I've just started working on the border. There's a border around each one. So again, I wasn't going to show these because it's just a line, but again, okay. This is July. You wouldn't know, but it has a Liberty Bell on it. Eventually. This is June. This one has a strawberry on it. This will be fun because it has the road stitch. I have no idea what the dogs are barking at. Who knows? Squirrel. This has the Rhodes stitch on it, which I've never tried, and the satin stitch, which I've never tried. So that'll be fun. This is August. This one has a honeybee on it. I'm going to have to get some buttons of some bees to sew on there. This is April. Just a line. It's a bunny. Has a bunny on it. All of these are charted for Rainbow Gallery fibers. And I had no idea where to buy those when I started. I have since learned my LNS does carry them. But what I did with those is I looked at the picture and said, oh, that's pretty. That looks like DMC, whatever. And I've recharted them all for DMC. So, they just come out of my box for that. All right. Let's tackle some more, shall we? I think y'all have seen this one. This is my to-do list by Lizzy Kate. There it is. Been working on this periodically throughout the year. This one gets a lot of attention. Sure, stick. This doesn't have a needle minder at the moment. Okay, and you can see I've gotten a fair amount done. I'm working on the little heart there. I was working on the bits and bobs the other day, so working on that steadily. I like this one a lot. All right. Ooh, we'll save that for later. Aha! I got another segment for you now. I found my finishes that need things done with them. But I found them. If I have time, I'll show them all. I think you all saw this one. This one's almost done. This is my 3 Little Words by Lizzy Kate. Be kind always. This one is almost done. Just has some little bits and bobs to do. I don't know why that's in there. This is August by Lizzy Kate. I think I showed this in the beginning, my second video, and I just started it, so I have a little bit more done. Still have to finish the A and the watermelon, and there's a pair of flip-flops and a border I still have to work on. There's a random piece of Ada. I think I know where that goes, but You've Got This by Lizzy Kate. I started, again, I think you've seen all these when I started them, but I've worked a bit more on them. That's another one that's not too far off from being done. I do finish things once in a while. All right, this is 3 Little Words, Forgive and Move On. I do have the whole series. Haven't started them all yet, but I do have the whole series. And this one again, almost done. I think it's just got the little thing on the bottom. I even put the button on. Wow, I was proud of myself there. I actually did some sewing. Yeah, that to me is sewing. Okay, let's see. This is my catch-all box, I swear. This is Socks and Underwear by Lizzy Kate. Love it! This was my very first Lizzy Kate chart I bought. First time I ever walked into my LNS, that's what I bought. Big long piece of floss. And this one is getting there, slowly but surely. I have all the weight at the bottom done. I have all the words done. I have a lot of Santa done. So, working on that. Okay. There's random stuff in here. Ah, there's another jingle. I knew I had another one started. This is Ho Ho Holiday. Getting so cute. And this is 18 count Ada, and I have a little bit of the reindeer started. So cute. All right, another quilt book. Love quilts. This, I had intentions of starting all of these at one point, and then they got bumped for various reasons. It's got some adorable, adorable charts in it. But that's all of them. Aren't they so cute? Patchwork Memories. But that long one right there, I love quilts. That's what I'm working on. That one scared me a little bit because it has a bunch of French knots in it. And I learned how to do French knots. And I may even try beading instead of French knots on some of them. Wow. That'd be really stepping out of the comfort zone. I'm such an amateur. I'm never going to learn some crazy stuff out there, but that's okay. I'm having fun with it. So I think this is one of the blocks. Eventually going to figure out if this is right side up, upside down. I have no idea. I don't know, but there it is. It's a blob. It's a little blob. Alright, this is a Lizzy Kate. It's one of the little flippets. And it's Meow. This is another one. It looks very tiny. But you know, that's solid stitching, so there's a lot of stitches in there. And I started on the background to the fishbowl. That's where I am. And of course, if you have Meow, you gotta have Woof. There's Woof. And that one, I have thread everywhere. This is the background of the word woof. Little blob. Always have lots of little blobs. All right, this is a free chart online from Holly's Hobbies. And it's a little Christmas owl. I don't have a completed picture, I'm sorry. I just printed out the chart. I will get better about putting links into where I find my free charts so everybody can see them. But it's a little Christmas owl with some holly leaves, and I'm doing this on 14 count pink fiddler, so I have to change some of the colors around. But I started this, and there's the start of the little owl. I know why I stopped on this one. It printed out and the symbols were really tiny and I couldn't see them even under my magnifier. So I went in and blew it up and printed it and so I could see it again. So that's why I haven't gone back to it. This is a Lizzy Kate Flip It, the January stamp. I must get the rest of the series on this. These are too cute. And I have some of the white done on the snowman. I may put a little back stitching on that so I can see that better. Okay. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. I absolutely love, love, love Winnie the Pooh. This was my oldest daughter's theme in her room when she was a baby. Isn't that cute? Pooh and Friends. I love Winnie the Pooh. I want to start a lot from this. So I'm stitching 4 different designs from this. In fact, it's the 4 I just showed you on the cover. Just double checking. So yeah, it's these 4, but I'm stitching them all on one piece of fabric. And I have all 4 started. That was fun, trying to count that out and figure that out. That was a real joy. So I'm working on the border of all 4 of them. Pretty sure it goes like this. Okay, pretty sure this is going to be, the purple is Pooh Bear, the yellow is Piglet, the green is Tigger, and the orange is going to be Eeyore. I don't know why, but that's just the color of the borders. But, so that's those. A lot of quarter stitches in that too, but that's alright. Those are cute. I already showed that. Alright, this is from the Little Stitcher. Sorry, I don't have a picture of that either. It's a free design. Coffee Stitcher did this one, and it's called Dorothy's Red Shoes. And it says there's no place like home, and it has a pair of shoes. So, this is on 18 count Ada, and I have the shoes done, and I've started stitching the words. Fun little stitch. A lot of my small ones, if they're not going to turn out to be ornaments, I plan to scrapbook them. One of my blog friends does that, and it's so adorable. She puts them on cardstock on scrapbook paper, and they're really cute. All right. This is from, looking for a date, not finding one, May of this year, of Cross Stitch Crazy. Remember, I love Satsuma Street. Okay, so I have this edition of Cross Stitch Crazy. Went to the Earth and Beyond to find it, but it's those little charts right there is the reason I bought it. And I don't even know if there's anything out of this magazine I want to stitch other than those. And those cute? So I've started Mini London right there. Let me see if I can get a better picture. There we go. I've started Mini London. And there's a spoiler alert for you. I will be starting Mini New York and Mini Paris for Stitch Mania next year. I'll let you know on some of them. But there's Mini London. Just by the way, all you fabulous people have asked me what I'm starting for January and February. It's a secret. You're just going to have to wait. Anyway, so Mini London. Again, when I started this, it was really funny. I bought the fabric, cut it, started it, without checking to make sure I had the appropriate colors. So I was supposed to start Big Ben. I didn't have any of the colors for Big Ben. I do now. But, so I started on this little purple section here above the London eye. I have that little purple section done. That's all, on the black. Okay, next up, more quilts. This is Patchwork Hearts and Other Pleasures from Graphic Arts. Kind of older book, but it has some really pretty, simple charts in it. And it's that itty bitty one right there, and I just can't get close enough for you to see it really well, but that's it. And it says, "Blessed are the quilters, for their life's peacemakers." Peace, P-I-E-C-E. Thought that was adorable. So I have that started on 14 count. And there I have several of the symbols done around the edge. So that one's probably about half done. Okay, I showed a couple of the Kincavel Crosses beverage charts last time. I showed a hot chocolate and what one? I don't remember now. Anyway, this is one of the other ones in the series. Hot chocolate coffee, maybe? I don't remember. But this one says, this is a latte. This says, "Thanks a latte." And there's one of the cups. And there's 2 of them, and there's coffee beans around it. So that's one of the free charts from Kincavel. And this is another one. This is called Tea for Two. And it has 2 teacups with steam and a pretty border. So I have the word "for." I think I put the website in the description of my last whip video, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, another freebie from Kincavel. There's 2 little owls they have. One is called Hoo Hoo Me and Hoo Hoo Me Too. One is a male and one is a female. In hindsight, I wish I had stitched these together on the same, kind of charted them together. They're charted separately, but I probably could have charted them together, and that would have been fun. But I didn't. And I'm going to stop messing with my hair. So this is the Hoo Hoo Me. This is going to be the boy owl. And this is Hoo Hoo Me Too. This is the girl owl. This one I can actually tell goes this way because there's little hearts on her body. Okay, so they're going to be a little matching set when they're done. Ooh, did I come to the end? I did! Holy cow, wow! Alright, well, I'm almost out of time. So, I'm going to make a second video. Because I have no idea how to extend the length of my videos on this thing. So, I'm going to say goodbye for now. And the baby's still sleeping. Taking her nap. I'm going to make a second video with my finishes. So, have fun. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.